to order at 9:48. Again, my apologies. No explanation. President Bill McGowan, Paul Kears, Carol Rowe. We are here to talk about Lambert's Lane. And before we start the meeting, I was asked by council to read the legal notice, and I will do so. So this was the legal notice published in the
Mariner.
Yeah, in the Mariner. So the Cohasset Sewer Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, March 25, 2025 at 9 a.m. on a Zoom platform to consider the request pursuant to Chapter 147 of the Acts of 2013, a citizen petition, seeking to amend Section 198(2)A and the general bylaws to expand the territory of the North Cohasset Sewer District to include 30-A3-03046 and 33A3-03047 Lambert's Lane, and to amend the North Cohasset Sewer District map to include 2 lots that are not currently in the district. The public is invited to offer input on the proposed in writing in advance of the public hearing by emailing Carol Rowe at cohassetma.gov or by joining the meeting on Zoom. The proposed amendment and agenda, along with the instructions on how to join the meeting, will be available online, www.cohassetmass.org, in the meetings, hearing notices of the calendar section located at the bottom of the front page of the website at least 48 hours prior to the meeting. The Cohasset Sewer Commission. So I'd like to call the meeting to order, as I said. I know, let's see, do we have Greg? No.
I did send him an email to
Okay.
see if he could get back on.
So, Mr. Orman, this is for you, to hear your position. I have to ask, are you represented by counsel at all in this meeting?
No cancel today, but our engineer, Jeff Hertz, will be running the meeting for our team.
Okay, fine. So fire away.
So basically, as per the agenda that we outlined today, we're seeking to gain approval for allowing lots 30 and 32 Lambert's Lane into the sewer district. Pretty straightforward. You've seen the plans before. We're trying to connect them to the existing approvals of lot 26 and 28 Lambert's Lane into the sewer line on Hull Street. Hingham has already approved the sewer connections for up to 15 bedrooms. We'll stay under the gallons per minute requirement that Hingham prescribed, and we're just adding 2 more. So this is approved by Hingham. It's just working with Cohasset to obtain your approval. So it's in the sewer district so that you can approve it. So that's kind of what we're here today to kind of go over and discuss. We did send out a letter to neighbors, and we did receive positive feedback from a few neighbors that are interested in bringing the sewer line up through our property so that eventually, if they may need it, they could connect as well. And we are interested in talking about bringing a wider line up to Lambert's Lane. So if anybody ever needs to connect in the future, they can. So we're willing to work with the town engineer to kind of co-design the system for future uses as well. I think it's a win-win for everybody, and we're hoping that you can approve this today. And Jeff Hertz, do you have any comments? Did you promote the engineer, Jeff?
I did.
Okay. Jeff, are you there?
He's coming on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Yeah, John, you pretty much explained everything. I mean, and we've talked about this in a few other meetings here, so I don't think there's anything else to discuss unless you guys have some questions.
Yeah, I don't have any questions. Paul?
No, not at this time.
Brian?
Yeah, so I was just reading your email this morning. I just want to make clear, and I guess anybody else on the call, but This is for connection of your two additional subdivision properties with the two that are within the sewer district. There's no provision for hooking up additional properties on Lambert's Lane through your properties and this connection that goes straight to High Street. So there is no plans for a Lambert's Lane sewer line going down Lambert's Lane to connect up other properties. I just want to make sure that that was clear to others who got the letter. I'll refer to Tam on any septic system provision.
Thank you. Pam, any questions?
Yeah, I just want to make sure there is one thing that's understood is that if this is approved, you can't actually begin any work until the other cleanup job is complete and signed off on.
So Pam, if it's not approved, is septic something that could be done on that property of 30 and 32?
I don't know, that would have to be, you know, an engineer would have to go out and do perk testing. It's really the only way to find out.
Have done initial perk testing, and it appears that it would meet the requirements to have septic. But obviously septic is not preferred, especially when you have a sewer system so close.
If you do go out and do real perk testing though, you do have to call us to have a witness, okay? Just so you know that. Us being the health department.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Do you have any other comments or anything from either side?
Are any attendees with any comments? Bill?
No, doesn't seem like nobody's raising their hands.
Okay.
Ashley, do you want to click on, the only attendees are these two right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
And I tried to promote them and they did not want to go in.
Okay, fine, all right. Yeah, so I guess I'll ask one more time. Are there any more comments of the group right now? All right, I have none. Okay, I would like to I'm gonna make a motion that we adjourn the meeting. And by the instructions given to us by Greg Corbett, the town council, we are going to deliberate and then come back at a time when we're going to give you our decision. Actually, we have one from Michael Berry before we go.
Okay. Go ahead, Michael.
Yes, hello. I just like to put in the record that the link that you have on the town's website will not work to get in this meeting. I don't know why that's not working. It's always worked in the past.
Thank you for corroborating my woes this morning.
Yeah,
Michael, could you give us your address within Cohasset, please?
29 Lambert's Lane.
Very good. All right. We can do something with that. So, do you have any comments, Ms. Barry?
No, it's just, it's kind of frustrating. The meeting that was canceled, the last meeting, I watched that for half an hour and nothing ever happened. There was no notice to me anyways that I saw that the meeting was canceled. And then at 9 o'clock this morning, I tried to get on this meeting knowing, you know, I was half an hour early. And today I couldn't just press that link. My wife's a little more tech savvy than I am, and she got me on, but it's a little frustrating. I don't know whether that happened to other people that wanted to join the public meeting.
I don't think we have a way of
Well,
knowing that.
my email address
Right.
is on the public notice, and I have not received any emails for anyone having an issue trying to get into the call.
Okay, well, I called town hall and left a voicemail on the IT, but I don't have your number or there was no telephone number to call if you were having an issue on the agenda link.
No, but there, it was on the, in the Mariner, when we put the public notice in, my email is on that ad.
There's still a Mariner?
Yes.
Okay,
I would
well,
just
I haven't
ask,
seen one in 10 years.
Sorry,
Well,
Mr. Barry, do you have any questions relative to this connection for Mr. Ormond's property?
No, I was just wondering how much, I don't know whether this deals with your commission, but how much blasting is he gonna have to do? He's uncovered quite a bit of ledge over there, and I shake my head every time that I see that there's gonna be 4 houses there. It's just, all I see is rocks, ledge. So,
I'll defer to Mr. Barry, sorry, Mr. Ormond and engineer on that.
Yeah, we have to blast the foundations and then a little bit of blasting for some of the trenches in the back. That's it. It's not much, relatively speaking, for Cohasset. But it'll be done all at once, so we're thinking it'll be 1 week of work. That's it. The back of the property has a lot of depth, and there's good soils back there to support septic systems as well. So no matter what, we're going to move forward. We prefer to use the sewer system. I think it's a good opportunity for everybody here. And you know, if Michael, if you wanted to connect, I don't know if you're on septic, but I think it would be pretty easy. We brought that sewer line up to the front, and if you ever wanted to connect in the future, you could pump back through onto the road and bring it back through this line. So, but again, the town has to agree to that. I can't authorize it, but it makes sense. I think it's a win-win for everybody to bring the sewer up here.
So, just to be clear, again, this vote that you're proposing is just to include your subdivided properties in there, not any of the other abutters in the area. And the design is not for taking, it's for the flow of your 4 properties, and approvals for the flow of your 4 properties, not
Yeah,
any
correct.
additional
Yeah, so
flow from elsewhere.
what we're proposing, if the town of Cohasset's interested, is if we make that pipe wider, it opens up the opportunity for other neighbors to join. And that's what Hingham was saying. Hey, you're running that up there. Why don't you try to get other neighbors to join? And, you know, since we're going to be putting the houses in anyway, why not just go ahead and build something that's going to scale, right? And we can use it for other neighbors in the future. We're bringing up a large water line as well from Hull Street, and we're putting a fire hydrant out there. And that's going to be helpful for the neighbors as well, because, you know, the fire hydrant will be now closer to everybody's house. There's no real fire hydrants down on Lambert's Lane now. So we're bringing that up, and we thought it'd be a good opportunity to bring the other sewer up too. But if there's no interest, that's fine also.
So the design
Just
is
to
just for the
Brian's point,
property.
we've got a point of concentration that we have to follow right now, rather than going into other areas, but I understand your thought, but we have to go for what this meeting was advertised for and try to figure that out. Do you have any more comments, Mr. Orman?
No, that's it.
All right,
Any, any more public comments at all?
well, if you're gonna blast all in one day, I hope you have more luck than when you blasted before and the fire department stopped you, and because you weren't permitted to blast in some of the area that you blasted, and they somehow got convinced that it would be safer to blast without permission than to try to diffuse whatever you were blasting with. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's another discussion, and that's our
Yeah.
engineers and the people that did the work got the proper permits from Cohasset for that through the fire department. And we can have a discussion on the side about that, but we're going to adhere to all local and state and federal laws regarding the subject.
Okay, thank you.
any other further comment? Okay, with that quiet, I'm going to make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
Paul Kears, second.
We'll do a roll call vote. Bill McGowan, aye.
Paul Kears, aye.
And we'll get back to everybody once we set a date for our our opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Okay,
great day, everybody.
Thank you.